Remember the channel at game.mp3 that we have been watching animations of? Your life as we watched Tyrannid, your life as a Imperial Guardsman. They released your life as Roboute Guilliman just the other day. So please, I'll post a link. Can you please check out their channel? Like, follow, subscribe, support them, leave a view on that video before you watch it with me. So this is your life as Roboute Guilliman, or Roboute Guilliman, or Roboute Guilliman. I still don't know how to pronounce this name. Maybe guys, if you know, you can tell me.
Late M30, somewhere in a secret gene lab beneath the Imperial Palace, 20 designer babies are being grown in incubation pods. Each one custom built to be humanity's perfect general. This is going well, until the Chaos Gods crash the baby shower. They rip open the pods and scatter the Primarchs across the galaxy like the world's most expensive confetti. One pod lands on Macragge, a civilized world in the Eastern Fringe where people actually have functional food systems and don't immediately try to eat strangers. Inside, a baby who's already doing math. The hunters found him and handed him to Consul Connor Guilliman, the planet's co-ruler, and he takes the baby as his own and names the boy Roboute. Great One.
Roboute means great one. Okay, that's what I was asking. Roboute, great one.
By age 10, he's mastered Macragge's entire philosophical canon, military doctrine, and economic theory. And most kids his age are still figuring out.
What a Chad! Imagine being in the same class as this Chad. Everybody probably hated him.
While other Primarchs were learning to scream and stab things on their own planets, Roboute was filing infrastructure reports and leading his first military campaign. The Illyrium tribes up north, barbarians who think governance is a type of food. He occupies their shrines, duels their chieftain honorably, returns a sacred artifact, and negotiates a treaty.
Brain.
The most aggressively reasonable conquest in human history. He returns home ready to...
If it's the memes that helped me learn the lore, so freaking be it. Bricky was the first channel with Warhammer lore, even if it's memes, you know, that I started watching because people recommended it to it, and it sunk in. And it stayed there, whatever I learned from Bricky. So
he returns home ready to present his strategy reports to Connor. Instead, he finds his adopted father bleeding out in the Senate chambers. Co-Consul Gallen staged a coup while Roboute was gone. Classic political backstabbing, except the backstabbing was literal. Roboute crushes the rebellion within a single night, executes every traitor personally, becomes sole consul before Connor's body is cold. Instead of becoming a vengeful dictator, Roboute reforms the entire planetary government. Meritocracy replaces nepotism. Economic restructuring replaces corruption. He punishes the guilty, but also fixes the system that created them.
Oh my god, Roboute Guilliman for president! For the president of the galaxy, what the hell?
And if he builds it right, no one else will have to bleed like Connor did. Within a decade, Macragge transforms from just functional to a utopia. But one perfect world surrounded by chaos,
it's too good to be true.
That's just a target. So Roboute starts expanding. Conquest when necessary, trade when possible, diplomacy when it saves ammunition. Over the next few years, things expand.
It's balanced.
10 worlds, 50, 100. By the time the Emperor finally arrives in 837 M30, Roboute's built Ultramar, a growing realm of worlds around Macragge with working infrastructure, universal education, and tax codes that actually make sense. The Emperor steps off his golden flagship, surveys the entire operation, and assigns Roboute the 13th Legion. Now renamed...
wait. 13th Legion, he said?
As the Ultramarines. Yes, that's the gist of how this father-son reunion goes.
What?
Roboute takes...
Ultramarines? I thought those were Thunder Warriors or whatever. Okay. Sorry, yeah, I guess I thought wrong.
His legion and sets up at the fortress of Hera.
Ultramarine power! Transformation! Lunar prism! Ultramarine prism! Give me strength! Give me power of Kawaii! Give me a power of Codex Astartes! Damn, their animation also has improved greatly. Judging by this little short clip, I can tell. Channel is growing. Skills, mad animation skills. Ooh, Marines. Oh my god. Ooh, Marines. For peace and love and balance and
Blue
violence.
Armor, Ultramar's ultimate symbol, meritocratic promotions. Competence gets rewarded, and competence gets logistics duty. The Emperor is launching the Great Crusade, a galaxy-wide campaign to reunite scattered human worlds under one Imperium. The Ultramarines become its most reliable workhorse.
Yeah.
Not the flashiest, not the scariest, just the ones who show up on time.
So the flashiest are the Emperor's children, and the scariest are the Night Lords.
Conquer the planet, leave it with functioning water treatment, and file the paperwork.
Waterhammer.
They travel through the warp, a hellish dimension humans use for faster-than-light travel, because sometimes you need shortcuts through literal hell to stay on schedule. Other legions rack up kill counts. Guilliman racks up compliance rates. His legion grows to 250,000, largest in the Imperium, because Ultramar's recruitment is basically a Space Marine factory. Over the decades of the Crusade, Ultramar expands. 50 worlds, 100, eventually reaching 500. Every world left better than he found it. Because someone has to prove civilization doesn't require endless war to function. And apparently that someone is him. For the Great Crusade, Roboute works closely with Horus Lupercal. Charismatic, brilliant, the Emperor's favorite son.
Bald.
They're brothers in arms. His inner circle, the Dauntless Few, includes Rogel Dorn, Sanguinius, Leman Russ, Ferrus Manus. The responsible Primarchs who actually show up to staff meetings. Then there's Lorgar.
They look all so cute and so normal before 40k. Oh, Lorgar.
Lorgar of the Word Bearers really wants to worship the Emperor as a god. The Emperor, who explicitly banned religion, orders Lorgar's favorite city, Monarchia, razed to the ground as a lesson. Guess who gets to enforce it? Roboute Guilliman. Because someone has to tell your brother his life's work is heresy and also on fire. Lorgar kneels in the ashes of Monarchia. Guilliman stands there in full armor, wondering if this might have come.
Oh my god, his son just loved him so much, and the Emperor did it to him, and he made his brother do it to him? How freaking messed up is that? No wonder he went chaos afterwards. What? Our Emperor was fucking evil.
Consequences. Spoiler, it does. But for now, the Crusade reaches its peak at Ulanor, the site of the biggest orc invasion in galactic history. The Emperor and Horus fight side by side, crush the Green Tide, claim ultimate victory. Then the Emperor promotes Horus to War Master, supreme commander of all legions, and returns to Terra for important work he refuses to explain. Just leaves Horus in charge and disappears into his basement. This will definitely not cause problems. And then Horus betrays the Emperor. Guilliman doesn't find out immediately because warp travel is the galaxy's worst postal service and Horus controls most of it now. So by the time word reaches Ultramar, half the legions have picked sides and the galaxy's burning. Then a message arrives from Lorgar himself.
Oh my god, pure
the message:
chaos.
Coordinate our response to Horus together, brother to brother. Guilliman, practical, logical, still believing Primarchs can work through their issues, agrees. They all assemble at Calth for a briefing. Calth is a beautiful world in Ultramar, perfect for fleet logistics. Also perfect for an ambush.
I've never heard about Calth.
The Word Bearers open fire when the Ultramarines are still docked and unarmed. Ships explode in orbit. Thousands die before they understand what's happening. Guilliman's fleet burns, crippled, falling apart in space. He makes it to the surface with whatever survivors he can grab. The Word Bearers are already there, wearing the same blue they wore at Monarchia.
Oh,
just to twist the knife. But they're not just here to kill Ultramarines. No, they're here to summon something. Corferon, Lorgar's second-in-command, activates a ritual. The sky tears open. A warp storm the size of a solar system erupts across Ultramar. The Ruin Storm. It cuts off entire sectors, isolates Ultramar from the rest of the galaxy, makes warp travel impossible. Guilliman can't reach Terra, can't reach the Emperor, can't even send a message. He's trapped. Corferon stands there gloating about divine vengeance and the Emperor's lies. Guilliman reaches in his chest and rips out his heart. Like, literally. He's actually just, Corferon collapses, screaming, bleeding, dying until his word bearers drag him into the warp before
This is probably the most violent, badass thing he has ever done in his life. Only had one heart. It's the Space Marines that have what? How many? 4? 2? I don't know. Why Primarch? No, that wasn't a Primarch, y'all. That was his like next in command or something. 2 hearts. Oh, 4 balls. Wait. 2 balls? How many balls do Space Marines have? I'm sorry, it just came to me just out of curiosity.
Killing blow lands. Chaos magic, the ultimate health insurance. Guilliman retakes Calth's defense silos, stabilizes what's
Globules, sorry, I mean to say globules. Yes.
left of his fleet, and realizes the horrifying truth. Ultramar is isolated, and the world bearers are still inside it. Worse, they brought friends. The Shadow Crusade begins. Word bearers and world eaters, Lorgar's religious psychopaths, carve through Ultramar. Guilliman pursues them world to world. He arrives at Armatura, one of Ultramar's greatest worlds, just in time to watch the orbital bombardment.
Where are the
Population,
other
7 billion.
Primarchs? Oh, because
Casualties?
he's stranded, because they can't help him. I feel bad for him. He had to go through all of this.
7 billion. Every planet after that is the same story. They lead him to Nysiria, which is the homeworld of Angeron, Primarch of the World Eaters. Guilliman catches Lorgar there, and finally they duel. Guilliman's winning because Lorgar's a preacher, not a fighter. Then Angeron shows up, except Angeron's not Angeron anymore. He's a demon prince, 12 feet of warped, twisted muscle, wings, and the kind of presence that makes reality apologize. And then Guilliman fights this near god-tier juiced-up Angeron, and somehow doesn't die immediately. That's the good news. The bad news, he loses. Badly. His brothers drag him out before Angeron deletes him for good, and Guilliman has to retreat while Ultramar burns. He spent the entire crusade building a perfect system, and Lorgar demolished it in 3 months. With no way to reach Terra, no idea if the Emperor is even alive, and half his legion dead, Guilliman does the unthinkable. He builds a backup Imperium, Imperium Secundus. His logic, if Terra fails,
Copy-paste
humanity needs a center. If the Emperor dies, someone has to hold the line. If he's wrong and Terra still stands, he'll explain later. Assuming anyone's left to execute him for treason. So they make a contingency government on Macragge using the Pharaohs, an ancient Necron lighthouse, to guide loyalist fleets through the warp. But he refuses to crown himself Emperor. Offers it to Sanguinius instead, because Sanguinius is the only one everyone actually likes and also has wings, which pulls well.
And
then
hot.
Lionel Johnson arrives, another of Guilliman's brothers who escaped the Rune Storm. The first, the Emperor's secret weapon.
Lionel Johnson, the first. Really good with swords. Best beard in the galaxy. Emperor's secret weapon. Galaxy most paranoid control freak. Uh-oh.
Also the galaxy's most paranoid control freak. Together, Guilliman, Lion, Sanguinius, they plan the impossible, break through the Rune Storm, and reach Terra. Sanguinius takes a separate route through the warp, racing ahead. Guilliman and Lion fight their way to Davin, the cursed world where Horus first fell, destroy the ritual sites, burn Davin until even the demons evacuate. The Rune Storm collapses, the path to Terra opens. Guilliman's fleet races through the warp, pushing every engine past safety limits.
Not the Tyranid.
He arrives at Terra, but the siege is over. Horus is dead.
I don't know who that
The
was.
Emperor is on the Golden Throne, a life support machine burning through 1,000 psychers daily to keep him conscious. The palace is rubble, his brothers are dead or scattered, Sanguinius, who arrived first, was killed by Horus, Dorn broken, barely functional, the Lion disappeared into the warp, lost, Russ vanished chasing traitors, everything Guilliman spent 3 years fighting for, every ship, every brother, every desperate choice, already finished. He wasn't there for the final battle, he wasn't there when it mattered. Guilliman becomes Lord Commander, which means cleaning up a galactic-scale dumpster fire. He launches the Scouring, hunting down every traitor legion that scattered after the siege. For containment, I think.
Horus did nothing wrong. That's you, chat. I mean, half of you.
While doing that, he writes the Codex Astartes. Comprehensive doctrine for organization, tactics, and limitations. The
Clean
keyword,
your armor.
limitations. The problem with the Horus Rebellion.
Yeah, Codex Astartes doesn't approve of shit. Yeah. It's more limitations than anything else.
Was that half of the legions followed one guy into damnation.
Half of the chat needs to be banned. Not being banned, just, you know, just being put on a list.
Never again. Years pass, the Imperium stabilizes, but Guilliman sees the cracks. His systems work, for now. But what happens when he's gone? What if another Horus rises, and there's no one competent left to
Horse rises, sorry.
stop him? The second founding splits every legion into 1,000 Marine chapters, each independent, each loyal to different worlds and masters. The Ultramarines alone get divided into 23 new chapters. His brothers hate this. Rogel Dorn, who just went through hell in the rebellion, sees it as punishing loyal legions for Horus's sins. Almost starts another civil war. Guilliman's response, I'm trying to save you from yourselves. Dorn.
Rugel Dorn is another. He's kind of a nerd, right? Like, you know, I don't know much about Imperial Fists. I assume Rugel Dorn is Imperial Fists Primarch, right? Kind of similar. I find his similar personality kind of similar to Girly Man.
Eventually agrees.
I know that he's very stoic and shit. So that's all I know.
Barely, the Codex becomes law. A system designed to outlast any one leader, so the Imperium never has to rely on another Horus or another Guilliman. He's building himself obsolete. That's the plan anyway. He quietly commissions the morally flexible tech priest Belisarius Call with a secret project. Improve the Space Marines, prepare for the impossible. Nobody else knows. For a while, the Imperium continues its fragile peace. Until 121 M31, Battle of Thessalia. The other Primarchs are back. Fulgrim, once a brother, now Demon Prince, ambushes him. They duel. Fulgrim's faster, stronger, and doesn't play fair, drives a poison blade into Guilliman's throat. Chaos tainted, the kind of wound that doesn't heal.
How does he survive all that?
He's dying.
Suck it.
Guilliman summons Call one final time. The order? The secret project is approved. Whatever it takes, and if I don't wake up, keep working until I do. Basically, fix this, fix me, and fix the Marines. He's placed in the Shrine of Guilliman on Macragge. Technically alive, functionally frozen. For 10,000 years, pilgrims visit and pray to the perfect son who saved the Imperium. But he's not dead, just waiting for someone to need him badly enough.
Oh, so this is when he makes his comeback. Okay, I was always wondering, where does he come back from? From the stasis.
999 M41. Turns out the galaxy finally got desperate enough. Ultramar is under siege. Call arrives with an Eldar entourage and 10,000 years of unauthorized research.
Wakey wakey!
The Inari have their own reasons involving a death god, and chaos being everyone's problem.
I wonder what his reaction is going to be. Like, ooh, waifu. Or no. Death to Xenos.
They crack the stasis field, revive Guilliman using Eldar soul magic, Call's armor of fate, and several probable tech heresies. He wakes up, sees Ultramar under siege, doesn't ask questions, just starts killing. Shatters the Chaos Invasion, expels them from Ultramar, and decides to visit Terra. The journey to Terra takes months, fighting through warp storms and traitor fleets. Finally reaches the throne room. The Emperor's psychic presence hits him like a tidal wave. For a moment, Guilliman hopes 10,000 years of stasis, maybe his father will finally say he did well. Instead, cold calculation. A fragmented consciousness that recognizes him the way you'd recognize a wrench. Useful, functional, nothing more.
Oh my god.
Guilliman stands there, the man who spent his entire life trying to meet his father's standards, and realizes the father he knew is gone. But the Emperor grants him his own sword, so that says something, I think. He emerges and doesn't talk about it for months. What he does talk about, the Imperium. He walks through the Imperial Palace and sees cathedrals built on human sacrifice, skulls, decorating everything, his codex treated as sacred gospel, the Emperor, who banned religion, worshipped as a god.
Yeah, Guilliman was, you know, as mortified and as surprised by everything that's been happening for the past 10,000 years as the Emperor would, right? Kind of like an Emperor TTS. Ugh, this is insane.
Every system he built to prevent stagnation has calcified into exactly what he fought against. He becomes Lord Commander, Imperial Regent. Because someone has to. He then defends Terra at the Lion's Gate, organizes the government, reunites with Call, who's finally completed the Primaris Marine project, the one Guilliman commissioned 10,000 years ago. Upgraded space
finally
completed. That technically is heresy, but nobody's supposed to improve on the Emperor's original design. But they're bigger, tougher, and exactly what's needed. Yeah. He approves it, wondering when he became the kind of person who authorizes tech heresy, but the show must go on. Launches the Indomitus Crusade. Massive fleets deploying Primaris across the galaxy, reclaiming Rift-Lost worlds. It's the Great Crusade again, except this time Guilliman knows how it ends. Phase 1 takes years, reclaiming Rift-Lost worlds, deploying Primaris to chapters that don't trust them, but Guilliman doesn't have time for hurt feelings. The galaxy's burning from every direction. Then Mortarion comes home, another traitor Primarch, Guilliman's brother who sided with Horus and now serves Nurgle. His traitor brother invades Ultramar with Chaos God Nurgle's
He's got wings too, right?
Full backing.
That's him.
Plague Marines, demon engines, diseases that would make you put that lunch away. The Plague Wars turn his rebuilt realm into a petri dish. At Lax, Mortarion ambushes him. They duel. Mortarion stronger, faster, fueled by warp corruption, and 10,000 years of spite. drives the Godblight into Guilliman, Nurgle's personal plague designed to kill Primarchs. Guilliman's dying, again. Then the Emperor intervenes, not gently. Psychic fire burns through Guilliman's veins, incinerating the plague from the inside out.
It's a miracle!
It feels like being unmade and reforged simultaneously. When it's over, Guilliman's standing, Mortarian's retreating.
Hey.
The Emperor saved him.
Nah, forget it. I've seen enough anime to know this ends for me.
Ultramar survives. He reestablishes the Tetrarchy, a council of chapter masters
that is
governing the realm,
insane.
and keeps moving because threats don't stop. It's back-to-back battles next. A fourth Turnic War, Necron dynasties, the Pariah Nexus that nearly kills him. Then, Abaddon, Horus' successor, leading the traitor forces, Guilliman fights on every front simultaneously. He can't quit. Duty won't let him, and he can't win. The galaxy is infinitely broken. But he looks at the Imperium, the rotting, superstitious, bureaucratic nightmare he's somehow responsible for, and thinks,
Yeah, that's
this
what I
is
was
not according to regulation.
gonna say.
Then reloads and keeps fighting. Not because he believes anymore, not because there's hope, because if he stops even for a moment, it all collapses, and there's no one else. There never was.
Had no idea about so many things. How did he survive all those fights with the Chaos Primarchs? That is insane. But okay, why it's just him and the Ultramarines that have to do all of the hard work? Where are the other Primarchs and their forces? Why is nobody helping? Why it feels like Guilliman is the only, is the only one who is trying. Oh, yeah, now we know why he's always so serious with the stern face. Like, man's been through a lot. Man has been through some shit. I'm sorry for the be right back. Feels he had an unfair life, and he came back and things are even worse. Everybody keeps throwing him under a bus. Because Games Workshop refuses to write lore about other chapters than poster. This is so unfair. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool. I like, Guilliman is a perfect example of a man of I don't know, of virtue and high values, and all of that. So kind of cool that he gets so much attention, but still I think they're a little bit overrated. I'm sorry. Why is it a biggest chapter though? Why they don't make more more of other chapters? Why are they poster boys? Why have they chosen that? I guess that's because it sells. Sorry, why am I questioning fictional lore that comes from from capitalism? Yeah, the guys in marketing told us to. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Because it's lore, it's important. Yeah, Iolius. Yeah, very important. If you watch until the end, here's your reward. Thank you so much for watching, from me and Loki. Okay, bye. Thank you to all of the supporters. You are the best.